what we did last time, we understood what exactly is the real self. And that real self can be known as God. So God is known as here Ishvara. So the first verse out of the 5 verses we have about. Now, another beautiful. Sometimes what happens, it is very easy. I know Stephen, Stephen knows me. Very good. But I know real self? Then I have to express in the same language. So we hear it, and the mind says, I know it, I have understood. And after the session is over, huh, then the blower disturbs you, and everything is gone. So that understanding should be supported by practice, practice, practice. You see, I relate everything in that moment. So that makes a sense. So now understand the second sutra pertaining to what we say, what we normally talk about God. I was just talking that God is not 5,000 years old. If it is 5,000 years old, now he might be dead. Understand? So we are not talking of that God which lives in time, which lives in space. That is. So, what is this sutra? It's such a beautiful sutra. I will go slowly. There are 4 Upanishads only based on this sutra. Totally, they talk about this. But here, the Patanjali, because Patanjali has to give you a sutra, a phrase, a zip file. So I will try to open it. Tatra niratishayam sarvagya bijam. What a beautiful, once you know it. Tatra niratishayam sarvagya bijam. It is the first chapter, 25th sutra. So let me literally translate and then we will understand it in a simple way. So translation would be, there the seed of all the knowing is present. That is God. Means he is the nature of all knowledge. So all knowing means omniscient. Huh? That is what we say. But now we have to understand, not omniscient is a word, oh, he's omniscient, what I have to do? Let him be omniscient. No, our real nature is omniscient. So let us understand. First part. Knowledge sleeps is ignorance and doubt. What it means? I do not know Sam, for example. Does not mean the Sam does not exist. Do you see the Sam here? It does not mean. It only means I am ignorant about Sam. Right? So knowledge of Sam remains forever. Knowledge does not die. Do you see that? Knowledge of the Sam will remain forever. Second part is that even if I take birth or die, the knowledge does not change. Am I clear? I told you that this sutra can be covered by understanding 4 Upanishads. So, but this is compressed sutra. So there is, I'm bringing another sutra, a mantra from Taittiriya Upanishad. What it says, that real self is truth, first word, infinity, and knowledge. So from there we get some understanding. So what is real self? That real self is one. Gold is one. We have different names, earring, nose pin, the same way we all are present here are different forms of the gold, but we are essentially gold. So, what he says, the real self is truth, infinity, and knowledge. So, now understand, what do you mean by infinity? We will pick up one by one. The word Anantam is known as infinity. Leslie, you are infinite. As long as you are limited, you will continue to suffer. So once you recognize and realize, you are infinity. So real self is infinity. So what is the meaning of the word infinity? Means unlimited, right? So what is that meaning of unlimited? What is the meaning of unlimited? Unlimited in space, unlimited in time, unlimited in object. That is the meaning of unlimited, right? Clear? I'm going slowly. It takes a lot of uh, study, contemplation, and higher meditation. So now, if there is time limitation, then what happens? So now take it. If there is a space limitation, it means I'm here at my home, I'm not there. So what the real self is means? Real self is everywhere. That is how it is unlimited in space. Clear? If there is a time limitation, then what happens? Time limitation. Then I take birth and I die. So, what is that nature of the real self? It is unlimited in time. It means I never take birth, I never die. Who is that I? That I is real self. Are you getting it? And if there is an object limitation, it means what? Say, take an example. You are Sam, but you are not Stephen. That is the object limitation. You are Brandy, but you are not Christina. That is the object limitation. So, real self is not limited by object, by space, by time. And that real self is you. That is what we discover by meditation, by yoga. Now, the second word, the real self is truth. So, what is the meaning of the truth? Truth means it always exists. That truth, that which is truth, never do not exist. It means it always exists. How it exists? Can I see it? Yes, I can only see in meditation. Do I see my home? And I forget about the space. The space is always there. I see Brandy, Sam, and all of you, including myself, but I don't see what is behind it. What is that continues to exist? And that continues to exist is known as the truth. But now, our sutra is Tatra. What is that sutra? Tatra Nirtishayam. Tatra Nirtishayam Sarvagnya Bijam. Now we come to the knowledge. That sutra simply means he is the source of all knowledge. Knowledge is, now come to, is knowledge consciousness? Question yourself. I know you, You know me is knowledge. Clear? That is knowledge. It takes time. One has to be a seeker. Then only we can enter into that state. See, I know you, you know me. Is knowledge? Yes. But this knowledge of me and you are not limited. Are you clear? What is behind that knowledge? It is consciousness. So that consciousness is either knowledge or contains knowledge. Now, I'm not speaking in cryptic language, but encrypted language, but it comes when we study, when we commit ourselves. Then it makes a sense. But many of you have been undergoing these sessions for the last 1 year, so it will make a sense. So knowledge is unlimited, and the truth is what we are. So what means knowledge is consciousness, and the consciousness, that knowledge is consciousness, and that consciousness is the knowledge. So Patanjali says, Tatra niratishayam sarvagnya bijam. If it is God, it lies within, dwells within me, in my heart, and that is real self, that is of the nature of pure knowledge. Knowledge never sleeps, knowledge never dies, but without consciousness there cannot be knowledge. Mouse. Does this mouse knows me and you all? I'm pointing this mouse to you all. It does not have consciousness. So where there is a consciousness, there is a knowledge. Knowledge of reality, that is why we say that knowledge of reality is hidden behind that mind. Leslie, you are truth, you are infinity, you are consciousness. Not less than that, not more than that. So the moment you limit yourself, how you limit yourself? By the mind. By creating wrong notion, wrong ideas about yourself. And the moment you create a wrong notion and ideas about, so what happens? You identify yourself with that limited knowledge, and that limited knowledge causes you the suffering, pain, problem, niratishayam. So the word niratishaya means no one that extends him. No one. Look at it. Your mind says, no, I don't want to understand. This is a crazy stuff. It means you will continue to live in ignorance. No option. Continue to live. Continue to suffer. Blame others. Complain others. But when you are a seeker, oh, wow, I am truth. I am infinity. I am knowledge. Wow, you see that? But how? I don't realize. Let me work on it. Let me commit myself to know myself. But again, that consciousness, that real self is here and now. You don't see it. Why you don't see it is the mind is blocking you. It is here and now. Are you not here? So that is why it is here and now. So mind, you see that? It is here and now. It is. That is why another Upanishad says, what it says? It is in the water, but not the water. did you acquire that ability of the mind after becoming a seeker to see what is behind the name and the form. Who am I? You know my name. You have my form. But do I have the ability to see behind the name and the form? That is where the meditation comes. So when I see, that is it. That is why that Upanishad, beautiful Upanishad, perhaps it is Adhyatma Upanishad, that says it is in the water but not the water. It is in the earth but not the earth. It is in the body but not the body. It is in the mind but not the mind. It is in the thought but not the thought. Say something without consciousness. If consciousness is not there, there is no body, there is no. You see that? When the person dies, we go to see that guy, we say, oh, he has left. Who has left? Body is already there. Who has left? Who has left? That real self has left, which was manifesting that body. It is still there, but mind now works. So what happens? That is why we say Tatra Niratishayam Bijam Sarvagyam. Sarvagya. Sarvagya means omniscient, all knowledge. That knowledge is always there. And the knowledge without consciousness cannot be there. I gave an example of the mouse. Real self is here, but this mouse cannot know it. I am conscious, I can know it. I can practice yoga. Mouse cannot. Animals cannot. Another master explains that it is not only of the nature of knowledge. It's a long topic, but let me briefly touch upon it. There is the ultimate satisfaction at all time. When you have ultimate satisfaction at all the time, you have reached there. Ultimate satisfaction. You have ultimate satisfaction, there cannot be anxiety. But it does not mean that you are hungry, you don't eat food. Don't take it otherwise. Huh? You have an urge to go to the restroom. Why should I go? I have ultimate satisfaction. So little knowledge is dangerous thing. Your little knowledge is very dangerous. Huh? Many people, when I used to, oh, you have taught me this, then I am God. So he went to his home and he told his honey that I am God. And he told him that I'm going to take a divorce from the God. I don't like this kind of a God. Do you see? I've encountered a lot of issues. I receive almost 30, 40 emails. Some are good stuff, some are crazy stuff. So first is, what is the characteristic? First is knowledge, ultimate satisfaction. Then what happens? Then the third, mind lives in beginningless wisdom. There is no beginning. There is no end. And what is that wisdom? That wisdom comes from the knowledge. What is that knowledge? That is what Patanjali is saying. The knowledge, consciousness is that real self. You see, that is how other Upanishads, other teachers explain it better. So 3 points. 3 points. Ultimate satisfaction, omniscience, beginningless wisdom, sovereignty. Sovereign. We say we are sovereign republic, but republic is still limited. Oh, we belong to North America, North America continent. Universe is so big. So here the master is saying, oh, so nityam, nityam word, yeah, used. Nityam, what? Power that never diminishes. That power of consciousness, that power of knowledge. And it is anantam, infinite. Infinity. So that is how other people explain the nature of the real self, where it dwells. It dwells deeper within me. I am not within me. If I say I am the body, then I can say that it dwells within me. But I am that expresses itself through the mind, through the body, through the sense organ. The way, again I'm repeating, the way the electricity, how can I see the electricity? No, but I see it. I see. I have a camera light here. But camera light is not electricity. But I see it. It is behind. I'm aware. That perception is the ultimate state of meditation. Not seeing through the sense organs, not seeing through the space, time, and object. And that is what is known as awakening. So, we will